I want to show you how I set up my Kobalt job site saw for easy adjustments for the fence. This saw and a lot of job site saws are notorious for having fences that have a lot of play, and it's difficult to get them parallel. You got to break out the tape measure every time you move the fence, and it's a real pain. So what I've done is I added a second adhesive tape measure across the front, and it's using, on Kobalt they have this extension fence indicator thing. It's using that as the indicator, and what I do is I will take my fence and I will line it up so that it is actually just barely touching the saw blade here. You don't want to actually push on it, because you don't want to get it out of place or anything like that, but just so it's barely touching, and then from there you can lock it down and it's parallel with the blade now. And now Kobalt has this toggle under here, and so you can move the entire extension table, and it will move your fence as well, so that you can just use your new tape measure and get quick, accurate changes to your fence. Now, it's not perfect. This section of the tape is blocked. So anything between, 7 inches and 12.5 inches, I have to whip out the tape measure, but it's not a huge deal. It's much easier than having to try to get it parallel every time. And the other limitation is that full extension only gives you 17 inches like this. So what I do when I need more of a gap than that is I'll use a spacer block. So take this off, and I just have a pre-cut block that I've labeled, and I'll put that right up against the blade, and then I will put my fence right up against the block, like so. And now, get that right, there we go. And now I am perfectly parallel 10 inches from the blade. So I'll just add 10 inches to whatever the indicator says. So for example, if I want to do, a 20-inch cut, I'll line it up so that it says 10, and we add the 10 to that from the spacer block. And now I'll go ahead and measure and show you here. You get a nice, accurate 20-inch, there we go, 20-inch measurement off of the fence. So I hope this helps some of you. I know I've struggled with this saw for quite a while before coming up with this system, but with this I've been able to do, pretty accurate cuts, and it makes working with the saw a lot more enjoyable and usable.